So I usually get asked this question quite often. What is a blockchain? So a blockchain is essentially a digital ledger of transactions that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of computer systems on the blockchain. Now, each block on the chain contains a number of transactions that occurs on the blockchain, and a record of that transaction is added to every participant's ledger. Now, the decentralized database managed by multiple participants or nodes or computers is known as distributed ledger technology, DLT. Okay, that's great. Does that make any sense? Thanks, Ron Burgundy. Probably not to 95% of the population. Let me try and see if I can simplify this a bit. Imagine you have a book and you'd like to return the book back to a library. Well, that's great. But now you also imagine that all the libraries in the world are connected somehow, hypothetical. So because they're all connected, that essentially means that now you don't need to return the book back to the same library or even the same library chain. You could return this book to any library in the entire world. Okay? Simple enough. I hope you're following me. Now imagine you took a Peter Pan book from a library in New York and decided to return it to a library in Finland. Now, once you return the book to the library in Finland, it will make a record of the fact that you, or say in this case I, Addy, returned the Peter Pan book that I had taken, and let all the other libraries in the world know that I returned the book, thereby closing out that loop. Now, how does this translate to what blockchain truly is and what it does? So you can think of the library as nodes or computers around the world, and think of the books you are carrying as Bitcoin. And the underlying network that connects all the libraries is the blockchain. So blockchain, and in this case, if we're talking just about the Bitcoin blockchain, it helped facilitate transaction between two parties. In my example, the two parties were me and the library. Now, in real life, those two parties could be peer-to-peer, person-to-person, person-to-business, or business-to-business. And this transaction, well, in my example, it was merely returning a book that I had checked out. But the actual transaction could be anything. The blockchain facilitates transactions in a private, so you don't necessarily know the identity of the person you're transacting with. Decentralized, so it's not maintained or moderated by one centralized institution, and in a extremely fast manner. Now, there's so many reasons as to why this is extremely powerful in this day and age, where we all get held hostage at some point or the other by banks and payment networks. Trust me when I say this, I used to run a large business for MasterCard in New York. I know firsthand how banks and payment networks hold consumers hostage and provide little to no privacy in the way they capture and store information, not just about you, but also about your purchases, and then use that information to further sell you more products that you don't necessarily need. But I'll save that for another video. Till next time.